Well, hello, and welcome to Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And that's what it's all about. Now, every third Thursday of the month, we are bringing to you a leading lady who's going to come and share her wisdom, her knowledge, her journey with you. She's going to be able to be of value to you with benefits and service that will be something that you can utilize. And tonight, I have a guest here. This featured speaker, Rosalyn Kahn. Let me just tell you what she is all about. First off, she has her own television show, KXLA, and it's called Chow Entertainment. Don't you love that? She is a professional public speaker, a best-selling author, and a 3X TEDx speaker, and a speaking coach. And it goes on and on and on. And I can go on and on, as you well know, but today you're here to meet and to greet and to hear what Rosalyn is going to share with us. So what you're going to do is help me to welcome Rosalyn. And Rosalyn, what I'm going to attempt to do here is replace this pen and make you the center speaker. And thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome.
It is truly a pleasure. And I thank all the fans for coming out today. Boy, do we have a treat for you. I want to tell you about the life of what it is to be on television, how much fun and excitement, some of the exciting things that you need to do and you need to know. But first off, let me tell you how I got in this television station. A few years ago, I was acknowledged for being one of the people who got a presidential distinguished award that was truly an honor from the President of the United States, because I did 200 interviews. And of those 200 interviews, they were all talking about how to reduce stress and anxiety. A friend of mine said, get out there and do it. And so I did just that. And after doing those 200 interviews, I said, you know, there's got to be something else in the world. I said 200 Facebook interviews, I'm going to go to the next level. So I decided to start I like a podcast, and I would interview people and was interviewed on nearly 11 platforms around the world. Wow. I got on world stages just recently. I was on the United Nations World Peace, talking about my favorite passion, which is education, how we can help our children. What's really exciting about this presentation, wait till you hear this. I work at a local high school, John Fremont High School in South Central Los Angeles. I came to school and I told the VP, I've got something really exciting, and if we could get this out to the whole entire school, that would make me so entirely happy. Well, we did manage to get it out to 3 classes, but you know, Robbie Motter says it's all the power of showing up. And if I hadn't made the request, it would only have been in my class. So I had the students all set up and ready to watch. And when it came on, I gave credit to my assistant, Joyce Randall, who's there also a Toastmaster, and said how much I appreciated her. And the students were there watching, and to be in the inner city and to have the opportunity to listen to speakers from around the world is like nothing they'd ever dreamed of. So I knew this was going to be quite an exciting, entertaining show. And when they heard that I had a TV show that was in Las Vegas, yes, my show was in Las Vegas, KGNG 926.8 in Las Vegas, 7 days a week, prime time, 8 p.m. You should have heard their round of applause. And when they gave their evaluations, they said, those people were neat. Professor Kahn rocked the boat. She was so calm, quiet, cool. And she had the gestures, and you could tell that she really practiced. So I jumped a few stories, and we'll go back. Yes, I do teach in the college. That's my profession by day, but I'm only a part-time teacher. And what a part-time teacher means is every semester, you never know how many classes you're going to have. This semester, I was gifted to have this class in South Central and another class at the college. And next semester, who knows? So you got to have your hands busy. And what is it like to be in a television station? Let me tell you what it's like to be in a television station. One of the things is I had more than enough people tell me not to do it. You're going to be in over your head. Well, if I had said no, then I never would have had the opportunity not only be on the station in Los Angeles, which runs on Tuesdays, 11 a.m., all the way from out where Joy is, where Dr. Sharon Shaw was out in the desert, all the way up to Victorville, Ventura, and South Orange County, down to Oceanside, would have been all that I would have had. Because of my success and all the people I brought on my show, it was picked up in Las Vegas. And running 24 hours prime time is absolutely amazing, but there's a little bit of pressure. So let me tell you about that. Well, one of the things is you have to find guests every week, and guests every week is absolutely no problem. But as a startup business, you got to have advertisers and people who want to pay. And I strongly say, I'm just a startup. You remember what that was like? And I got to pay production costs. And so I pay the airtime and I pay the production costs. And I've got a producer in Florida and I got a producer in the Philippines. And what I'm really grateful is when I started, when Joy originally contacted me, I was a one-man show. And I stand in front of you today and I want all of you in the audience to listen. I say this mantra every day. And regardless of what the religion is, I want you to thank the person who's above you. And I say this mantra, I want to thank you, mantra, whoever that person might be, for all the people you've brought in my life, for the ones I don't even know and for the ones that are coming in here. And I thank you for the ability to be able to have the funding to make this come out, because I know so many people are helping me so much in so many ways. And by saying that mantra each and every day, I have an associate that I met on another business I do. And she's just so like, they keep on saying, you've got to meet this lady Rosalyn, you've got to meet this lady Rosalyn, you've got to meet this lady Rosalyn. And the two of us clicked because not only we're on this platform of networking, but she was also in Toastmasters. And she said, oh, what a Toastmasters. And when she heard what I do, I could sit here and start crying, because she's been an independent business owner for her whole life. And she's known what it's all about. And she saw me as a business that was just starting up and that needed some help. She took the reins and she's the one who talks money. So I say, Joy, you want to get on my show? I'm going to turn you over to my associate, Miss Anna Marie Buenacore. And what is so wonderful about my associate, she has a background in media. So what she does is she gets press releases out each and every week. So when I'm on the world stage, she's got it. When I had Tyler Gordon, the kid who that had the picture of Kamala Harris that went viral, she had it out there. And so she knows the ins and outs. And on the last one, when we were in Las Vegas and launching there, she said we got our biggest response. We were picked up by 200 different platforms, which is amazing. And then in addition to that, I'm the consummate networker. So I went to the city of Cerritos, which is about an hour drive. And I want to tell you, sometimes they do things that isn't always the best at $5 or $6 a gallon. And I met this gentleman. And he worked for a company that works for the government that could get me an employee that the government pays to help me out. So I missed out on Robbie's assistance, but I got my own little person. She's starting. And Anna Marie is such a networker that she found me a high school student up in Palo Alto who's helping out, and she's doing my newsletter for me. I have a lady who's in the Philippines, who's a relative of the person I work for's daughter, who has a nonprofit that helps people with instruments. And so when I say that message, it takes a village to change the world. It really does. And I'm a completely different person. And so when I say, I can't post this, here's my 3 posts for the day, she goes out there and she makes it happen. When I say, can you tell me how my post did? How many people are looking? How many people are watching? She tells me how many people are watching. And I'm a person who's in a multitude of groups. Joy and I met through the group, Global Society of Female Executives. And I want to give credit to a woman by the name of Robbie Motter. She's a woman who looks out for so many people in our world and helps them out in so many ways. But in addition to that, I'm involved in Toastmasters. And it's the Toastmasters that helped me to get an article in the Toastmaster magazine that's going to go out to, 365 nations around the world and a bunch of people. And when things get troubled, it's the relationships, just like Joy and I have. She called me and said, we got some kudos. And I texted her and I said, I got some challenges. Can you resend that to me? Because I can't find it. Well, I want you to know this, we make mistakes in life and we have challenges. And this is something I want to leave you with. I'm not leaving you now, but I want all of you to write this down. There's a prayer, it's called homoanopia. And it's the prayer of I'm saying I'm sorry. And whenever you unnerve someone and you feel like someone is, you send them this prayer. And it has 4 words. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And for the brutalist of I'll never talk to you again, please just take me from off my list. I never want to speak to you again. I send this message and it's magic. because the key to anything in life is having those relationships that I can call Robbie and say, hey, do you know someone who does this? And I Toastmasters, you know, I had a fadoodle with this lady and now she loves me. She'll do anything for me. She found that I could connect to the people that she wants to know. I know people in this group. I know people in that group, the other group, the other group. And as they say, the key is, I learned on the platform this morning, I get up every morning at 4 a.m. Why do I get up at 4 a.m.? Because we need to have principles. We need to have things that keep us on our mind. There's a group I belong to. I'd love to share with our audience here. It's called Thrivers. Capital letters, the middle one is a lower I. It's free. But this is what I get. If you've seen me before, you might notice I'm a little calmer. Yeah, I am a little calmer, a little bit more easygoing, because every morning I get on this platform and I get to listen to Mel Robbins about high-fiving you. And I'm not quite on the Facebook of doing it because I got so many things to do, but this group helps me. And there was one thing they said about the best leaders of interviewing millions of people around the world. It's all about associations. How do you connect A to B to C? And that is one of my keys. I am the ultimate networker. You want to know anybody in any industry? Ask Rosalyn. She knows. Be nice to her. You take care of her. She'll help you out. And they also talked about you have a problem and getting to the root of the problem. So somebody said something that I didn't think was that something I would have said or done. And so I immediately got on the phone and I said, somebody said, and I want to check and verify. I want to check and verify. I want to check and verify. In about an hour, I figured out what had happened. A person had said that I had sent out a message asking for someone for $1,000 for a nonprofit. Number one, I don't ask for money. That's not me. That's Anna Marie. And then I said, and I was hacked and the person had access to my email and they went through my email list and they were calling people at 5 a.m. in the morning. And so I will almost guarantee you that the person who sent that email used my email and said it was me and it wasn't. And how sad it is that people can make assumptions, which makes a bad person out of you and a bad person out of me because we think. And, you know, a person was saying to me, you should have let people know. I said, I did. I stopped what I was doing. I never posted my gratitude and I wrote out to 50 different people that I'd been hacked. I got on the phone and I talked to people from the easy way and said, get this out, get this out, get this out, get this out. I had my girlfriend go up. I had the guy go up. And what was interesting is the hacker blocked these people. They blocked Sharon Doyle because they knew Sharon Doyle knew everything there is to know about technology. They blocked this guy who was on there. And he said, when you get in, let me know. And let me tell you, you have to remember what you sent to somebody on a Facebook post like 3 months ago and what you said. Then after 3 times, I prayed. I looked at the fact of God, help me, please help me remember. And I had a colleague of mine who got on the phone and we went through each of these messages and we're like, I think I said that. Don't you think I'd say that? And don't you think I said this? And I prayed before we hit that thing that it finally went through. Because if you're busy, just like Joe and I, you can't remember who you said to what or what you said to who or what you said to how, or, you know, it's just a thing. And so my advice to you is this: whenever you get something that you're not sure of, call the person. Whenever you're in a hurry, don't be too anxious to help someone else out because it might hurt you in the end. And if you get somebody from something that seems strange or odd, call them, ask them the question, because our world is built on people and relationships. And one of the things my friend Joe Boy, who's friends with Sobi Nubani, who introduced me because there was a thing that she said on her platform that she had interviewed this young kid. And I said, I want to do that too. And so I met the guy who's my production person. It's that simple. He's my A-man. And he said, this hacker could destroy you, Rosalyn. You could lose all your followers and people will unfriend you. And there were people who unfriended me who I reached back, and the first post I put up, and I hope it went out, and if you'll check this for me if you're listening to this, I said, my name is Rosalyn, I was hacked, and I want to let you know that I don't call people at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't send out emails at strange hours. They are sent at normal hours. If you got something, it wasn't me, I was hacked. And if you can find it in your heart to please forgive me. I'm not sure it went out there, but if you see that, hey, I'll give you a special something for letting me know, because I'm an honest, compassionate, caring human being. I care so much about humanity. I'll give you an example. I was calling a person I met in an Asian festival who was from Taiwan. And he said, did you hear about the thing in Laguna Woods? And I said, I heard something. He says, did you know this? And he said, do you know the guy who came in, drove all the way from Las Vegas? Do you know that when he went in there, he bolted the doors? Do you know that he glued the doors shut so that no one could get out? Do you know that he had explosives in there? And he said, I went to this guy's church in Laguna Woods. These are 50 and 60-year-old Taiwanese people. They are the nicest, kindest people. And when I finished talking to him, I was nearly in tears. And if it wasn't for the brave doctor who bolted at the guy with the chair and the people who hog tied him with the extension cord, he would have killed them all. And we're in a world today, you never know when today's going to be your last day. And I'm so grateful on my show when I interviewed Donna Myers, we talked about our last day, because there was a person on my show, and it gives me great sadness. His name is Tommy Bowl. Tommy Bowl is the guy from Miami Vice. And when I interviewed him, he told me the story that his vision and his hope that he wanted to do is he wanted to go in the inner city and he wanted to give poor kids the opportunity to do a reading so he could get them in one of his movies and make them a celebrity. Tommy is no longer with us. And there was a movie that I was working on. And all I could say is I was going to have a title. My name was going to be on the stage for connecting people. And the guy who's working on it said, Rosalyn, you were the last interview that Tommy ever gave to anyone. When this movie comes out, it will include your interview. And so I want to say, sometimes we beat ourselves up. We beat ourselves up and we don't think that we're great as we are. Do the high five, because the only person you have to count on is you. It's you that matters. It's you that needs to give you that self-confidence, that self-assuredness, the belief that you can make it, that you can do it. And I tell you these things of difficulties and challenges because I post positivity. I always show a happy face and a smile. And like I said, I wanted to help my friend Ken Unger. Tommy Bowl's still in my heart. And there are people that are adversaries of this person and that person. But the best thing I want to tell you is these three things. Every person on this call who's listening who sees this video, love yourself. You are fine and perfect just the way you are. You're becoming more perfect each and every day. You're becoming a better version of yourself. Number two, never compare yourself to what other people are doing. You're great the way you are. The only person you need to satisfy is you. The world will happen. It'll happen on its own time. Just do a list of gratitude. My name is Rosalyn Kahn. And if you'd like to have 5 minutes on my show, go ahead and send me a message. Send me a message on my Facebook Messenger. Joy is going to go ahead and put this up out there. And I want to say the words that I always say. Gratitude beyond words, and namaste. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful to you, Joy, for making this happen. For all of you who have the chance to watch the show now forever. And if I made a difference and there's something that you heard, send me a message, because I believe there's a person out there who's watching this show right now that I've changed their life. And I gave them a reason that they want to live, because I've saved people's life before, because I care. What will you do to change someone's life? Joy, any more questions?
Oh my God, let me just come in here and share with you this stage, so to speak. You are a proactive lady. I applaud that. You brought to us today, as one of my dear friends would say, you left us with so many deposits. You left us with so much food for thought, so to speak. You gave us so much to take in and to come back to you with. Education, you mentioned one of my favorite groups in the whole wide world. It's helped me tremendously, Toastmasters. Sorry to hear that you've been hacked. It seems that there's something out there in the stratosphere, but yet you rise, you climb, you soar like the eagle. You mentioned what's dear to me, Roz, which is, Rosalyn, I'm sorry, apologies, is family, relationships, and community. Everything that we do boils down to that, right? It does. And in conjunction with that, your positive attitude and the mantra that you gave us, and this woman that you met, because we never know who's watching, who's viewing, who's seeing something in us maybe that we can't see ourselves, or that we need to take it more out into the stratosphere. I applaud you from the bottom of my heart to your heart. And you mentioned so much, but you also mentioned a lady that we both love and adore and celebrate every day, Robbie Monter, because she had the introduction for us, and here we go. Right. And you just left us with so much food for thought. I can't begin to thank you, and yet I will say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love making, you said that you're a connector. You didn't use that verbiage, but that's what we are. We connect people. We hope to inspire, ignite, and give people enough food for thought so they can get out of their way. And as a lovely friend said the other day, open their own front door and walk through strong and proud. That's what we're all about, right?
That's right. Open that door strong and proud and walk through that door. That's right.
That's it. So I'm telling you, everything that you shared with us, and you gave us a story about the one-man show and how that's changed, and you started off and now you have this group and this team around you. You can never stop, Rosalyn, right? You just can't stop. If you have that heart, love, and passion, you keep going, and that's it. So I am going to make sure that I put up, I think maybe, did I get the wrong call letters for your television show? It's not KXLA, is that it? No?
It is. So let me help you out.
Yes.
We buy an hour of time, and my show is a half an hour on KXLA, which is Chow Entertainment. It's called Living Your Best Life with Rosalyn Kahn.
I like
and
that.
It's every Tuesday at 11 a.m. here in Los Angeles. And as I mentioned, the call, we go everywhere, upward, downwards, down to Oceanside South, Ventura, Victorville up north, the desert, your neighborhood, Robbie's neighborhood, Menifee, all those areas. And then my station owner has a relationship in Las Vegas, KGNT on Roku and Amazon TV and all these other varieties that it's up and out there. So you should be able to watch us literally all over the world. We have a following in the Philippines and internationally and the Middle East, and it's just growing and expanding.
I love that. I thought I heard you say that you were broadcasting out of Las Vegas, but it's in LA.
Well, so what it is, so we have a network station, and a network is, I'm not internet. I'm above internet. I am a network like NBC, ABC, Fox.
I like that. Yes.
So it is network television, which means that you can do this and a lot more. And so the people who own the station are very bright and very enterprising. And so depending upon the hour that you get a different language and a culture. And my culture's diversity as inclusion was what Chow Entertainment brings. So for example, some of the people I had on my show were 3 stories on the Ukraine crisis, 3 different stories of helping the people out from that area. I promoted a group that's called Project Pop Drop, which is an organization that feeds the homeless, the hungry, gives them clothes and other things, and did some wonderful things with them. Also had, film producers, the guy from Walter Frank's The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. He did that film. I interviewed him. King Kali interviewed Dave Garber. He's in Hollywood Blues, just so many different things. He's got a stunt car, and he said, when I make it to the Grammys and the Emmys and I'm getting my award, he's going to come down and drive me down together in our limousine, and he's going to be with me. And this is one of the second guys I interviewed. He had the heart of gold, just a wonderful, wonderful person. And, the likes of, I had a guy from New York City, and his name was Nate Moran, and it's one of my other connections. He is a guy who was homeless, who then he was a veteran, he became a homeless, and he's a comedian that's gone all around the world. So It's everybody, every place. You never know where the person's coming from. There's a guy named Adam Speaks, and Adam Speaks is out of Georgia. And I found him on one of the books with Carl Wilson. And we connected through Carl Wilson, and I said, I want to chat with you. And he has 2 messages I want to leave the audience with. And you'll love these. Spend 30 minutes every day dreaming. I go swim and I let my mind just go. It just goes. And it says, spend 30 minutes reading every day. I hope that includes my audio cast, because when I listen to my audio cast, those are kind of like reading. But he says, spend 30 minutes reading every day. And I learned so much. It's every day is a present. It's a gift. Forsake it not.
Well, that's my mantra. That's my mantra. Every day is a gift. As one of my friends says, every day that I rise, I'm grateful, I'm thankful. And you mentioned a word, so much of what you shared, in fact, most all of it, if not all, you said diversity. If ever that was in play today, it is here and now. And all this food for thought that you're leaving us with, and the way you're talking about relationships and building, people say all the time, you never know where anything is coming from. You just have to be proactive. You have to be out there, believe in yourself, love yourself. And I love what you share with us about loving yourself, because we as women today, Rosalyn, we have to get more into that authentic love of ourselves, because we come here as God has chosen, or whatever your belief or faith might be. So we have to embrace that, embody it, and then give out to the world. You are a phenomenal woman. You know who wrote that poem? Maya Angelou. And I have met so many phenomenal women all over the world, and I celebrate women every day. And I'm so happy that you and I are connected. I think it's time for us to close out. What I'm going to do after this is put all the information here so that my VA will be able to put your links. You sent to me everything, and I have most everything, but I want to make sure that I put up the link where they can connect with you should they choose to want, and I don't know why they would not, to do that 5-minute interview with you, because I don't believe that anyone can have too much publicity, advertising, promotion. Do you? No.
I don't think so. No.
So thank you from my heart to yours. I really applaud you, because this is a new endeavor, and I celebrate women who are proactive and gung-ho about who they are and continue to soar. I love the eagle. I know you do without asking, because you can ride above the clouds when you have to and you need to. So that said, do you have any parting words for us before we say so long for now? And again, can never say thank you too much. I'm so grateful to you.
Joy, I just really appreciate the opportunity to meet with you. I remember when we got together and we set this date, it was like 5 months down the road. And I'm like, yeah, right. 5 months down the road. Okay. But when is that again? And so remember, things don't always come quick. You know, we don't learn to walk immediately. It takes time. But what I want you to look at is the name Rosalyn Kahn right there on the bottom of the screen. Yeah. Every social media platform that you go to, that's how you follow me. Webpage, Rosalyn Kahn. Instagram, Rosalyn Kahn. YouTube, Rosalyn Kahn. Please go and subscribe. We're taking that to the thousands. Follow me on LinkedIn, and there's a place for everyone. If you like dogs, you like nature, and you like flowers, and you like foods, you want to check out my Instagram page, because I love posting my fun things. And every once in a while, you'll see a little celebrity, but you got to know who I am. Kind of quirky, kind of strange, but I love nature, love dogs, and love you too.
Oh my goodness. And we love the way you shared with us much of what you're about and how you impact others, and the value and the benefit, the love and the passion that you share with others. Thank you. I'm going to say so long for now and close this down. But if you, I'm going to just turn off the recording so that you and I can chat for a moment if we have the time. So thank you. Hold on. And goodbye to all of you, and thank you for being here. And I know that you'll enjoy the recording. All the best and much love.